What's going on, guys? Roger here, QBO Tactical. I am here out in Pro Gun Club in Boulder City today with our buddy Landon. We are shooting a match today, and today I'm actually going to shoot the Gangle Defense H9 in a match. I figured it's a perfect follow-up video to the full review that we did out on the range. It's a cool 39 degrees out here in Boulder City. Let me flip this around. You guys can see definitely packed today for the match. So, Landon,
should be a good time.
The review went live today.
The H9 review did go live. I watched half of it, and we're going to see how it does today at a USPSA competition.
I would say about half that video is you and me talking about the gun.
We couldn't stop talking. I think it's like 52 minutes or something like that.
So, anyway, guys, I'm going to mix in the footage. It'll be some iPhone footage mixed with a GoPro on top of my head. We also got our buddy Marco Cabahug out here, world champion shooter. He's actually going to run a stage. When we're all said and done with the match, he'll actually run a stage for us with the H9 and give us his thoughts on it. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Stand by.
Oh, shit. Come on.
And heel him down. 21. One Charlie.
Whew.
21.
Man, that reload messed me up.
Time.
21 to 2.
Thank you, sir.
The 50-round mags.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's so short. It's
I know. I was gonna say.
Roger.
Oh.
Hey yo.
That means you're going too slow.
Yeah. All right, guys. First stage is done. All alphas, one Charlie, but kind of shot it slow. Fumbled a reload, and the trigger kind of got me when I transitioned over to the right side targets. Like I felt like it didn't reset, but it did. But it's also just, we only have what 500 rounds to that gun from the range
just
review.
about, and it's cold. It's early. The pressure's on. But
This is my first match, and like whenever we did the M&P performance video, I think it was like
That was
2.5 years ago, maybe 3. I'll have to look on the playlist, but that's the last match we saw. But anyway, stage 2's up next.
Let's get it done.
You're ready. Stand by.
Clear. Hammer down holster.
You got these.
You want your round?
Nah, it's all right. Oh, but if you see it, I see it.
Time 21:38.
Thank you, sir.
Nice, dude.
Thanks, man.
The H9.
All right, guys, here with Marco now. So this is our second stage. Felt way better than the first. It felt a little bit warm. But you said it was like a little
choppy in the footwork.
Choppy because it's
Weird angles.
kind of like that the stage design.
You gotta hit it like at a perfect angle to get really optimal stage time here.
Gotcha.
There's like 2 positions where it makes a difference here.
So definitely went a little faster, but I need to get my hit factor up higher, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. All right, next stage. All right, so one of the perks of coming out here is you get to shoot with guys like Marco. He's gonna give you guys a stage walkthrough. Go for it, bud.
Like here, bang, bang, back in, bang, 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 bang. Run in. We'll probably do a reload now, just because it's a good.
You reload here? Okay.
Paper, bang, bang, steel, paper, 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 steel, paper. Run out hard. Shoot ahead, bang, 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 steel.
So what are you looking for when you're walking the stage?
Just efficiency, and then you want to reload. With carry optics, you can reload in one spot in like halfway the stage. Otherwise, just pretty straightforward. Don't get any misses. Shoot really fast, the usual. That's sweet. We're ready. Stand by.
Oh shit, nice.
clear, so I'm pouring it.
Time 22.
I was gonna throw the knife at him. What was the time, Marco?
22:32.
2 Alpha Charlie.
2 Alpha, all score. So 5 Charlies. The time loss is just the grabbing the knife backs.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
You should have did the throwing knife, man.
Bonus.
What? If I would have hit the steel with my knife.
I would have counted it.
All right, landing stage 3. I had a little mishap. Didn't, if you guys can see right here, missed this mag. Ended up going here and here, and then went further back and actually ended up grabbing my knife. I should have thrown it at the target.
It wasn't there to win already, you know what I mean?
But how'd you do?
I did pretty good. Time was there, but I threw a couple deltas, which is what you want to see. But definitely just got to hit the accuracy. That's it.
I'm struggling trying to get the hit factor above 7.
Yeah. No, that's if you get above 7, man, that's pretty good. It's good to shoot for sure.
I used to shoot a bunch of matches, but I still don't know all of like the nomenclature and the logistics that go on with like scoring and everything like that. I honestly just come out to have fun and do this, but I figured a good video after we shot that would be to come out and do.
And me, I'm competitive, so I'm a little
All right, so we'll see you in the end.
yeah, we'll do it.
Hit toes.
Toes, yeah. All right, ready. Stand by. Finish on lotion clear. So I pulled them down.
That last one.
2410.
Like, oh man, that last one gave me hard runs.
What was the final?
Oh, hit factor 419. 7 Charlies.
Man.
The Charlies are all like doubled up, so if you shift it over, it'll be 2 Alphas. But they're like that, just in the Charlie zones.
All right, so debriefing the last stage, definitely had a slide lock reload, not something I wanted to happen. And I had problems on that last steel on the plate rack.
Same thing.
What happened? How come it's that last one?
I didn't give it respect, as usual.
Disrespected it the bad way. No respect.
So don't feel bad if Marco struggled on that last plate. But yeah, that one got me. And then again, went to a slide lock reload, not something you want to happen during your match, but practice on the reloads, I guess.
I'm ready. Stand by. If you finish on low short first, I pull them down. Holster 1395. 95. Yeah.
2 Alpha there, 2 Alpha there, 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha.
Layla's my shooter. Mike's on deck. I'm in the hole.
All Alpha, 1 Charlie?
Yep, 1 Charlie.
Did I get finally a good hit factor?
702.
Hey!
Not bad, not bad.
Thank you, Marco.
Shall we take it? Oh yeah. Layla. Pretty good. Reload. You lost all the time loss is the
Yeah, reloading.
yeah, there's like 2 something.
Where's Mike though?
2 seconds.
Thank you, sir. Your tip got me my 7 hit factor.
All right, Layla.
All right, so that last stage was easily my best stage. I got my hit factor over 7.
I'm really happy for you because it didn't go well for me. We don't want to talk about it, but kind of threw that one away. It's the ones you don't respect, but I'm happy you got your, I think it was like 7 hit factor.
Yeah, so that was really good for me. All Alpha, 1 Charlie. And then Marco's saying like just having to do a reload since it's only 15 round mags. That's what slowed me down.
Major disadvantage, but obviously still the hits are there. So
Yeah, so definitely, as far as accuracy goes, the H9, it's doing it for me. Shooting more rounds, I'll talk about this at the end of the video, but getting used to the trigger. Like I typically shoot like 1911, 2011 stuff during matches. So out here with this trigger, it's definitely better like a stock Glock trigger.
yeah, it's a straight back pull, but it's not as crispy.
Yeah, it's
like
not as light. It's not as crispy as what I would normally shoot. Anyway, last stage. Here we go. Shooter ready. Stand by.
finished. Unload, show clear. Clear, slide forward, hammer down, holster. 1541.
Yep.
Range is clear.
Perfect.
That counts because I
You hit it.
yeah I saw you.
Yeah.
1541.
Yeah, the camera. 2 and 2. Perfect.
Alpha Charlie, 2 Alpha. They've been having calibration issues with that one. That's why if they hit it, they count it. So that one was good. Alpha Charlie. Is this 2 Alpha here?
That is. Yeah, 2.
Cool.
Alpha Charlie.
Alpha Charlie. Hey-oh. All scored?
Mm-hmm.
What do we get?
7-1 hit factor. 713.
That's
Solid run.
yeah, but
No
you did
mics
what?
on
You did
steel.
what? 8 what?
I don't even know. Let's see. 835.
Hey-oh. All right, so one really cool thing about shooting some local matches, you got guys like GM Marco Cabahug out here.
Jim with the rifle on me. These are pretty cool though. Let's see how this thing shoots the stage.
So he's actually gonna run a stage for us, but first he's just checking out the trigger.
Reset's good.
I like the trigger. I think a lot of people are trying to compare it to like a 1911, 2011 when I don't think
Can't.
that's it.
It's a different gun.
Is you're
Yeah,
comparing it
it's
to like a production striker fire trigger.
Grip is nice. High bore, low bore axis gun, so pretty good.
How's the optic doing? Because we had issues on the range.
Pretty good. I've been running wine on my Glock for.
I meant the plate. Do you feel any looseness to it?
Plate is good.
Cool. Yeah, so I retorqued it to 23 inch-pounds and then put more Loctite, and it seems to be doing well.
Yep. Holsters up.
Cool. Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. Time. Unload, show clear, slide forward, hammer down, holster.
Time.
1391.
What was it?
Bad.
1391.
The gun
1391.
feels good. Impulse is different than other guns, but shoots really good. Predictable sight picture to return, so it's nothing too crazy.
So you being
Trigger, not bad.
you being a competition shooter, like one of the questions a lot of people would ask are like, hey, what is it, like what genre does this gun fit? And for me, I was like, man, this is like a great carry optics gun.
It's good. Decent CO gun. Probably get a bigger mag though. We don't got these right now with the 15s.
Yeah,
of course,
that's
you
one
want to
thing.
get that 140 mils maxed out.
I'm hoping they do like a family of
Yeah.
the H9 and do like a full-size grip.
with like a longer grip.
Yeah.
The mag's fully loaded, go in real easy though. It's like there's no, you gotta tap it hard. It's actually just swinging in.
So what you're saying is my reload issue earlier was just me.
It is kind of small in the mag well, but it's more of like a
Magwell.
it's more of like a Glock 19-ish kind of gun, but it shoots good.
So a lot of people talk about the trigger too. So for you, I mean,
First time ever shooting one ever. That's pretty good. Like it's easy to calculate it. It's not like I'm like going in and out or anything. So trigger feels good. Not a 2011, of course. That's
Sure.
a whole different breed of guns. Most people try to compare this to 2011. It's not.
Yeah.
So, but
Cool,
it's
man.
very its return is good. Like it's predictable. I'm not like having to fight the gun at all or anything like that. Like it just bang 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 go go go.
well, I appreciate you having me out, man.
Like yeah,
Thank
dude,
you as
anytime,
always.
bro. It's always good times.
Landon,
We did good.
I'll see you back out on the range, sir.
Let's do it.
What's going on, guys? Back here at the house. The match is over with now. Got the scores up, so we're gonna go over that, talk about some stuff that I made sure to take notes of on my phone out at the range. And yeah, just go over some of my final thoughts, taking this guy out to a match, shooting a competition match with it, having our buddy Marco run a stage with it, having that way you guys could have an actual like pro competition shooter, see what they can really do with the gun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, let's dive into it. I'm going to screen record these scores here so you can see them as I'm talking about them. Here we go. So for today's match, we had a total of 46 shooters show up. And I took right here 21st place. So very happy that I made it in the top half. I haven't shot a match since that Smith & Wesson M&P video. So that was over like 2.5 years, like probably, I think like 2 years, somewhere between 2 and 2.5 years ago, I shot that video. And that was the last one where I took a gun to a match to film it, since it was more of a competition oriented gun. And Marco helped me out with that video as well. Speaking of Marco, he got 3rd place. And then let's see, Landon ended up in 32nd overall. Now, the gun. I noticed a few things that kind of stuck with me. The very first stage, granted, the first stage we shot, I think it was like 36 or 39 degrees out. It was super cold. It was very early in the morning. It did warm up throughout the day. And then again, shooting my, Rusty, shoot my first match in over 2 years. I noticed when I went to the right, I did get trigger freeze, and I had just thought that the trigger didn't reset. Come to find out, nope, there's just a little more to the trigger. Like we said on the full video of this, it's more of a duty trigger. I'm used to like very light 2.5, 3.5 pound triggers when I shoot matches on like 1911s and 2011s, stuff like that. Marco kind of went over this too when he was talking about the gun on camera. Those of you that are buying this thinking that you're getting like a hand-tuned 1911 style trigger, that's not what this is. When we talk about how this trigger is really good, what we mean is it's a very good production trigger. So it's a striker fire production trigger, meaning to me it's way better than Glock out of the box. It's not as like mushy as like say an M&P, but it's a very good out of the box production trigger. So it's something that, like he said, it's predictable. You can really find, you can identify where that wall is, the take up right there, all of that safety literally is your wall. There's your brake, and then it does have like a good 4.5 to 5 pound pull. That's what kind of hemmed me up there. Additionally, a couple of the reloads, I kind of fumbled them. Marco said the reload's really good for him. And if I was to get a great purchase, like a really perfect purchase, made it up, no issues there. But it is a really, fine rectangle going into a fine rectangle hole, and it does definitely have to be lined up. Would I like to see a magwell on it? Of course. However, for the division I was shooting, which is carry optics, I can't really run a magwell, so kind of a moot point. But I did get a few clean reloads in, no problems. And we'll talk about that in like kind of the stage designs and how you walk a stage, because I did have a couple slide lock reloads, which cost me a lot of time. So, all right. Scores there overall, 21st. Now let's go to my division, which was carry optics. So 15 people shot carry optics, and I got dead center at number 8. So again, happy to place there for not shooting in so long. And again, the gun did well. Accuracy-wise, guys, I shot 119 alphas, 25 charlies, and only 2 deltas. I had no mics, so no misses. I look over here. Marco got first place in our division, 121 alphas, 24 charlies, no deltas, 1 mic. But I mean, his times were just insanely better than mine. Like, I had 118 total time. He had 83. So we're talking what? 17 plus 18, difference of 35 seconds. That's pretty insane. So I definitely need to pick it up. He was showing me like a couple times when we were looking at matches, like when I have 2 alphas, meaning 2 shots in the A zone where they're stacked, he's like, you're taking too long, need to move. And so that's where I kind of got to get better with efficiency. But accuracy wise, I mean, the fact that I'm getting 119 alphas when the top shooter got 121, I'll take that all day long. The gun, the dot just kind of stays there. So as soon as I was presenting the dot, breaking the trigger on that target, it was easy to break the second shot. I'd take my shot, boom, reset, and boom again, and that's how I was getting those really tight grooves. But I did need to move quicker.
Come on.
So yeah, again, 8th out of 15 in my division, 21st out of 46 overall. And yeah, I'm happy with how the gun performed, not a single malfunction. The optic, I know in the first video we were talking about how the optic plate was coming loose. We did about 300 to 350 rounds today, so I got about 850 to 900 rounds total for this gun. Optic plate solid. You guys can see the witness marks here. Try to get the camera to focus for you. Witness marks are still good. Optic held up well. As we continue to shoot more with this gun, I'll let you know if the optic plate does come loose. Like I said in the first video though, I do wish there was a spine or some pillars or posts or something for the optic plate to have a cavity to and recess on. That way it doesn't move other than just the 2 screws. So hopefully that's something they can rethink in the future. They can maybe make a plate that hangs over the edges. That way it can't move or anything like that. That would be cool, but we'll see. Now, speaking of Marco again, what did you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section of him running a stage with it. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Marco, for taking the time. I wanted you guys to see what this gun could really do in the hands of a pro shooter. Marco is a grandmaster in pistol caliber carbine, so PCC, and a master shooter in pistol. Currently right now, he is ranked in the top 20 in the world. I think he's number 17th in the world for PCC. So, you know, he's on the Terran Tactical Pro team, so having a real professional competition shooter, somebody who dedicates all of their time to this sport, it was really cool to see him run the gun. I'm sure you guys, you know, it looks like that was his first time ever shooting it, and watching him run that stage, you guys would have thought he's been shooting that gun for years. So the gun can definitely, you know, put in the right hands, it can definitely do it, like it can move. Talking about reliability, in my squad, there was 2 guys with open guns. One of them ended up having to leave the match because his gun kept doing double feeds every other shot fired. And then another guy in our stage, or in our squad, ended up having, what was it, the hammer follow, or it wasn't resetting. So he ended up having to mess with the reset screw on his trigger. So just goes to show you guys, like, there's super Gucci guns in the competition world, but you know, everything's a tool, everything can malfunction, and I'm happy to say that for this match, didn't have any issues with this, including the optic plate. It ran solid. It really held up and performed for this match. Let's see. Talked about the reloads. Marco really said it was easy for him to reload. I did. When I got a good purchase, I got my reloads down, no problems, but you guys did see some fumbling with some slide lock reloads, not stuff I wanted to do. Now let's just talk about that. So you guys saw the portion I put in there for you where Marco walked us through a stage. When you're looking, it's kind of like chess. That's what I really like this style of competition shooting, because it's not just that you have to be accurate, fast, and get your hits, but how the stage is designed, get your mind working of how you can best and most efficiently attack the stage. And I'll give a shout out to Mike. When I was doing my walkthrough on a stage, I was going to back out on a steel target versus he's like, hey man, switch that. So instead of shooting the paper first, then steel, and then moving, he had me shoot steel, paper this way, because then I could walk backwards right in my next target. And that literally saved me like a second and a half. And I actually think that's the stage I got my 7 hit factor.
Hi, ready. Stand by. Hi, ready. Stand by.
Where's Mike though?
2 seconds.
Thank you, sir. Your tip got me my 7 hit factor.
All right, Layla.
So that little tip from somebody that shoots this a lot more, you know, ended up getting me a score for that stage that some pro shooters get. So that's really cool. And then where else can you go and pay $35? You know, living here in Vegas, there's a lot of competition shooters, and I'm able to go to a match, pay $35 on a Sunday, and then squat up with Marco and these other awesome shooters, and, you know, essentially in their element, kind of get free tips and free training and just learn from these guys, because it's not just about the shooting and the fundamentals, but the movement and the economy of motion and their efficiency. Like how these guys look at a stage. There's some one of the guys, Cameron, in the match, he was running an occluded dot, like he had a cover over his SRO to help him do better with like getting target focused and not just being focused on that dot. Like he walked a stage better than anybody else, and none of us saw the way that he went, which is really cool. So getting to be exposed to all that is definitely something I recommend. Typically every match that I've gone to here locally in Vegas, guys are always welcoming. If you're new there, go shoot a match. As long as your fundamentals are sound and your safety's on point, you'll have a good time. Mostly you can tell the match director, hey, I'm new to this. They're going to put you with guys that will show you all of the steps and make sure you have a good time and not get disqualified, and make sure you're safe and make sure you have a good experience, because they want more shooters. Other than that, guys, like, let me know what you think about this, if we should do some more matches and kind of have this. The other thing too, guys, this entire video was filmed on this DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I was telling you guys about in a vlog, as well as my iPhone for the stages. And then I just took this clip, had it on my hat here with my GoPro attached. And that's how I got that, you know, first person style. So you guys could actually see. I wanted to give you more than just, you know, a phone watching me run the stage, but also see what I was doing. Also, I'm sure you guys saw the blooper. When I went to do the reload, I skipped that first mag. Since these mags are only 15 rounds, that's another thing I need to talk about. When you're gonna shoot competition matches, you definitely want, you know, 18, 20s, because reloads, they kill you. And like where I had to do slide lock reloads, I kind of skipped it. Sorry, I go off on tangents, but when you're walking your stage, you want to plan your reloads. And I always try to plan them on moving from one part of the stage to the next. So you never want to like plan your shoot like, okay, if I get to this target, that'll be my last 15th round, and then I can do a reload. That's assuming you get all your shots. Like me, I don't get all my shots. And so I had to shoot the steel a couple of times. You guys saw in that popper, I had to shoot it like 5 times. Luckily, Marco had trouble with that one too. But you want to give yourself like 2 to 3 to 4 rounds. That way, if you do have to shoot again, you're not going to slide lock reload. I didn't, and I ended up at slide lock reload, which takes a lot of time because I got to drop the mag, get it in here, cycle the gun, re-engage, get on target. Even worse, I run a really, really high grip and I mash that slide stop. So I ended up pointing in, gun went click, should have went bang. I immediately go into immediate action, and then tap rack. Now I realize, crap, the gun is out, it's out of ammo. So I go do emergency reload, drop that mag, insert a new one, drop the slide, have to present. You know, we're talking a whole second and a half, 2 seconds lost. And so I was talking to Marco, he's like, yeah, the reloads were killing you not having bigger mags. You know, they don't make bigger mags right now. But hopefully Daniel Defense starts to build a whole family around this with maybe, you know, longer grips, bigger magazines, you know, compact, full size, all that kind of stuff. We'd like to see that, definitely. I think there's a market for it. But yeah, the reloads, that can really cost you time, as it did for me. And then I want to talk about that last plate rack that I had problems with on that last one. When Marco went to shoot it, same thing happened to him, and he ended up shooting it like 3 times before hitting it. And I asked him on camera, I was like, hey, you know, what caused that? He's like, I didn't respect that last one. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, I didn't have the respect to do a complete, you know, engage the target, follow through, treat it like every other target on the stage, because I'm just like, oh, it's my last one, I got this. And he's like, and that's what cost me. So it's like, for him, it's like realizing every single shot that he breaks, there has to be the follow through with all his fundamentals moving on to the next one, even if there's not a next one. So it was really cool to have him break that down for me and explain it. Definitely get out to a match if you're, you know, any matches, guys, you're going to find really, these are guys that go out and do this on their own time every single weekend. So again, 21st overall out of 46, 8th out of 15 in carry optics. Happy with those results, guys. Let me know if you want to see more of these style of range videos, because honestly, they're, other than getting up at 6 in the morning to drive all the way out to Boulder City, that's the only pain in the butt part. But I think it kind of gives you guys a better idea of how these things can really perform. I think the best way for us to induce stress, go shoot a match, because you're worried about time, you're worried about all these people watching you. And if you're like me, you're competitive and you want to do good. So I need to move faster. Definitely something for me to take note. Marco was there to help us. He's also got a lot of free time coming up because there's no matches for a while for him in regards to like nationals and stuff. So he's actually going to be hopping in some videos with us. Happy to have him so he can run some guns for you guys wicked fast. But let me know what you guys think about this video. I am going to bring in some B-roll for the end of this video showing you guys the gear that I ran. The belt setup, the mag carriers that I make and sell, and that I used and why I use them and how they're designed, as well as the holster. So we'll go over all of that in the studio, and I'll end the video with that. But if you do have questions, comments, leave them down below. I appreciate you guys, as always, checking out the videos. And yeah, here are the specs on the gear setup. Have a good one.
Hey guys, so here's the breakdown on the gear that I was using for this match. For my belt setup, I was running the RDR Gear Enhanced Instructor Belt. I've been using this belt for about 4 years now. It features 2 rows of webbing and a very solid inner Velcro belt that it attaches to so it doesn't move around in you while you're out on the range. Now, in regards to the holster, I was using our QVO Tactical secondary on the waistband holster. This was made in the multicam black printed Kydex and features multiple points of adjustable retention. This is currently a prototype holster, and we should have production models for the H9 on our website very soon. Our secondary on the waistband holster is compatible with the Safariland QLS system, which is what I was using. That way I can switch holsters out depending on what our range day agenda looks like. Now for the magazine carriers, I was using our QVO Tactical AIO mag carriers. AIO stands for all-in-one. These magazines utilize a magazine retention device which can be adjusted with an included Allen key. This allows you to adjust the carrier to fit any double-stacked 9 or 40 magazine. These are extremely convenient, especially for when we shoot different range videos or matches where we're changing out the guns and magazines for that video. This entire setup allows for us to keep one belt setup, but utilize different holsters, guns, and magazines. All of the carriers and holsters can be found on our website, qvotactical.com. We appreciate you guys watching the video as always. Please show some support with a like and subscribe down below if you're new to the channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.